Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've been doing a series here on the channel of grading teams off season, and the next team we're going to grade is the Atlanta Hawks. Now the Hawks, they finished 14th in the Eastern Conference last season, so they didn't even enter the bubble. They had no chance of making the playoffs. So but this video we're going to have a look at their off season, have a look what they did, and predict where they're going to come next year in the East, and also grade their off season. So let's get straight into their potential lineup for next season. 15 players here. Their starting point guard obviously will be Trae Young, their main man. Shooting guard now, Bogdanovic, who we'll get into in a minute, their new shooting guard. Danilo Gallinari will be their small forward, we'll also get into him. Power forward, John Collins, and possibly Clint Capella as your centre. Then your second unit will be Rajon Rondo as your backup point guard. Heiter as your backup shooting guard, Cam Reddish as your backup small forward, DeAndre Hunter as your backup power forward, and Okongwu as your backup center. And then just to fill out the roster, Chris Dunn as another guard. You got Mays, third choice shooting guard maybe. Tony Snell, another small forward. Solomon Hill, another power forward, and Bruno Fernando, another center. So a very good starting lineup, and some good bench players as well, which we'll get into in a minute. So let's get into the moves they made this offseason. So they signed Rajon Rondo on a 2-year, $15 million deal. Now I think this is a great bit of business for the Hawks, and I'm glad Rajon Rondo is a Hawk. There's rumors he might go to the Clippers. As a Laker fan, I watched Rondo last year, especially in the bubble. He was elite. Playoff Rondo is definitely real. He'll bring so much to this Hawks team. He'll bring experience, leadership, basketball IQ, hell about Trae Young a hell of a lot, and he's a great pickup. 2 years, $50 million, not the worst deal you could do at all. Great pickup. I could 10 out of 10 this bit of business. I'm all for it. Great pickup. Also they got Chris Dunn on a 2-year, $10 million deal. He's an elite defender, so more depth in the guards position. Another good pickup. They're beefing up their guards. It's not just Trae Young they get to rely on now. Beefing up there. They also got Danilo Gallinari on a 3-year, $61.5 million deal. As we all know Gallinari at this stage, an elite level scorer. I think took 7 3-pointers a game last season, and still shot very well from it. So Gallinari, a very good player, an elite scorer, and another very good pickup. We'll find a trend here. The Hawks did very, very well this offseason. Gallinari and Rondo, unbelievable duo, and obviously Chris Dunn. But they're not done with those players either. They also signed Bogdanovic on a 4-year, $72 million contract. Now, at the start of free agency, most people thought that Bogdanovic had been, was going to be a Milwaukee Buck in a sign-in trade. But, Bogdanovic didn't agree to that, and he didn't go there. And the Hawks ended up offering $72 million for 4 years, which the Kings didn't match. So now Bogdanovic is a Sacramento King. Now, Bogdanovic is going to bring scoring, a bit of assistant playmaking. He's a great player to have on your team. He'll bring a lot to this Hawks team. And last year he averaged 15.9 points per game. An unbelievable pickup. Great steal from the Hawks actually. They got him from. Most people thought he's going to be a Buck with Giannis and Drew Holiday. I remember making a Bucks video and talking about how good their starting lineup for the Bucks was going to be. With Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Bogdanovic, Brook Lopez. But now, Bogdanovic is an Atlanta Hawk, and he will be probably their starting shooting guard next season. He'll bring a lot of scoring, as I said. Now, in a draft then, they drafted centre Onyeka Okongwu, number 6 overall. Last year he averaged 21.2 points per game, and he also averaged 11.3 rebounds per game. So, and the best part is, for Hawks fans, he's actually known for his defense. Averaging 21 and 11, that's, you think he'd be a bit of a scorer, but he's best known for his defense. Threatening the paint, I wouldn't be going near him. Unbelievable pick, and a good pick up for the Hawks. So they also got Clint Capella in the centre position, so now they got depth in that position as well. I think they have depth in a lot of positions. You got DeAndre Hunter and John Collins for the power forward position. Also Solomon Hill. You got Gallinari. He's probably the main small forward. Then you got Bogdanovic. You got Heiter. Then you got Trae Young, Rajon Rondo, Chris Dunn. A lot of depth in the guard position. They also got, as I was talking about, Mays in the shooting guard. They got Skylar Mays, number 50 overall, 6'4", combo guard. He averaged 16.7 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3.2 assists per game, and 1.8 steals a game. So, a very productive, a lot of good stats there. So he could turn out to be a steal, 50 overall. It could be a good move for him. Now their coach is Nate McMillan, and I think he was in the Indiana Pacers manager from last season. If not, I'm sorry, I just top of my head, I think he was. I think he's a decent coach. And then, so overall though, I think it's as close to a perfect off season as Hawks could get. Atlanta isn't a place for big free agents to be going usually. So as close to a perfect off season they can get. They got a very good supporting cast for Trae Young. All Trae Young needs now. He's got all the tools. One of the best supporting guards casts in the league. So Trae Young, it's up to him now to step up and shine even more than he did last season. He got a great mix of youth and experience. You got people like Rajon Rondo, Gallinari, some leaders. Then you got Trae Young, you got Clint Capella, you got Okongwu. As I said, a leader in Rondo, an elite scorers in Bogdanovic and Gallinari. And they're going to be a good team to watch next year. And I expect the Hawks obviously to be in the playoffs with this team for sure. Now the East is getting stronger, so I'm expecting at least a 7th seed from the Hawks next season. I still think Toronto, Milwaukee, Boston, Brooklyn, Miami obviously, just name a few teams I think are going to be better than next season. So I expect them to be in the playoffs for sure. Probably 7th, overall. Obviously Philadelphia 6th, so 7 definitely. I think they'll be 7th overall in the Eastern Conference. But I expect them to be in the playoffs. And Hawks fans, how far do you expect the team to go in the playoffs? First round, second round. I don't think going too much further than that. I still think the East is getting stronger now. So I think the first round is all you can hope for. But, it's a very good team. The team's been put together very well. And, as I said, I think this is the close I've heard all season Hawks will get. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, A+, what they're going to call it. The perfect off season, you can say. Probably one of the best in the league. I'm all for this off season for the Hawks. And a big step in the right direction. And it's hopefully, just for Hawks fans, that people like Rondo and Gallinari don't start declining too much. They can stay at a good level. Obviously then you can rely on Bogdanovic, Trae Young, Capella, hopefully Okongwu as well, maybe even Mays. Anyway guys, and Chris Dunn obviously. Anyway guys, that's the video. Over December I'm going to be uploading every day, at least one video a day, until the 25th of December. So we're going to go on a grind. So make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're going to be making videos a hell of a lot. So stay notified. And also like the video of course. Tell YouTube that's great. Recommend it to more people. Let's see how much we can get, how many subscribers we can get by the end of the year. And with all that said, and if you have any teams or any videos you want me to talk about, mention, whatever, leave me in the comments. Anyway, with all that said, I'm out of here.